Should Simon Cowell's Botox providers be held liable for doing the most? If you have not seen the images of Simon Cowell's face that were extremely shocking to many, then I'm not sure where you were when it happened. But Simon Cowell, who is definitely very well known and the creator of The X Factor and American Idol and America's Got Talent, showcased a different face, and it started to look significantly different back in 2016 during the 11th season of America's Got Talent. But in 2022, he shocked many when he almost looked unrecognizable. Botox is a cosmetic procedure that relaxes the muscles in the face, all in a bid to smooth out lines and wrinkles. And Simon recently revealed that he took his love of Botox too far, with his final treatment leaving him looking like, quote-unquote, something out of a horror show. According to The Sun, the talent show boss said he decided to stop when his strange appearance left his son, Eric, 8 years old, literally in hysterics. The former X Factor judge, who shares his son with partner Lauren Silverman, 44, revealed that as a result, he no longer has any filler in his face. The music mogul began to look differently back in 2016, and he said there was a phase where everyone was having their faces pumped full of this and the other. So Simon went on to reveal that during that period, he may have taken things a little too far in his bid for a more youthful appearance. He admitted, "I saw a picture of me from before, and I didn't recognize that it was me, first of all." He said that he decided to finally stop using the injectables when his son Eric noticed his changing profile. So he was in hysterics, and because of that, enough was enough. So the TV personality has more recently shown a more natural look, saying, "There is no filler in my face at this time. There is zero." So Simon said that he may have taken it a little bit too far. And yes, he can go to whoever provides the service and pay for the service and request it. But as a professional and someone that is being trusted by their patients and by their clients to have their best interests at heart and not just what they are requesting and what is going to be the best interest of the practice's profits, do you feel that there is a line that should be drawn where it involves someone who is asking for the most and it may not be to their best benefit? At Carolina Eye Candy, we definitely believe that there is such a thing as too much is too much. Yes, at Carolina Eye Candy, we do not offer injectables. We do not offer Botox, fillers, any sorts of services such as these, but we definitely are in the beauty industry. And we do deal with clients that sometimes may desire a certain look, but based upon what they currently have going on, it is not something that is going to ideally work out the best for them, or it's not even a possibility. For example, we may have a much more mature client and their natural lashes are pretty skim, pretty sparse. They may have eyebrows that are extremely thin, and they may see someone that has these very bold, thick, bodacious brows and lashes, and they say, well, this is the look that I want to achieve. Unfortunately, most of the time it's not even possible for us to give them that look. But we have to let them down easy, and we do it respectfully and just explaining to them why, unfortunately, it is not possible for us to be able to give them that look that they are desiring based upon what they currently have already, and based upon the health either of their natural lashes or their brows. That's not a look that we would be able to achieve for them because they do not have enough of their own natural lashes to allow us to give them a really full, thick, long, luscious lash look. And it may be something that they admire and they think that it is absolutely beautiful, but unfortunately, the canvas that they have to work with would not allow us to do so. Yes, it may allow us to get more profits if we were able to provide a much fuller lash look for them than what we are able to provide, and try our best to do it just for the sake of getting that money. But we would rather be honest and be integral with our clients and let them know that unfortunately this is not something that we will be able to provide for them, and explain to them the reasons why. With Simon Cowell, he definitely had the money to do so, and it sounds like he was going to a practitioner that was really just more focused on the profits over what their patient was going to wind up looking like, and that is very unfortunate. But it is something that happens not just in the beauty industry, but in many other industries across the board. Some people are more concerned with their profits over the people, and in any industry, you really have to put people over profits so that you can make the best integral decisions. So when it comes to Simon Cowell and going a bit beyond recognition when it comes to what was being pumped up in his face to achieve whatever type of look he was trying to achieve, which more likely than not was a look of youthfulness, it went too far and he became a bit unrecognizable and looked like, he said, quote unquote, something out of a horror show. And no one wants to go in to get services done and wind up looking like they were in a horror show or out of the movie Bride of Chucky or something along that line. It just should never happen, no matter how much money you think a patient has. And if someone is very adamant about getting something that you cannot provide for them, you can respectfully part ways and say, unfortunately, I'm sorry, but I will not be able to service you if that is what you're demanding, because I will not be able to look at myself in the mirror, and I believe that you would want to be able to look at yourself in the mirror. And I believe that for Simon Cowell, it probably got to the point where he didn't really even want to look in the mirror. So it took others to recognize that he was looking a bit scary before he finally woke up. And that is the sad part about this situation. So with Simon Cowell, I am grateful that he admitted that he took it a bit too far, but I would venture to say that even though he may have taken his requests a bit too far, the technician, service provider, doctor, esthetician, dermatologist, nurse, whoever it was that was providing the services for him, I would venture to say that they went too far as well. This should have never happened. But unfortunately, he is not the first that this has happened to, and he probably will not be the last that this has happened to when it involves someone taking services and requests a bit too far for the sake of the almighty dollar. Integrity definitely has to come before money when it comes to providing services to clients, and when someone is entrusting you to be that consummate professional and give them the best recommendations for what they are trying to achieve and being as reasonable as possible, they can only respect you more for that. And here at this point, we can see that whoever Simon Cowell was seeing has lost a client or a patient, because he said his face is filler free, it's Botox free, and he probably will never do this ever again. And if he ever decided to do something again, I can more than likely guarantee you that he would probably never decide to visit that person or that provider that was providing those services to him ever again.